Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Tonight is Tuesday, October 29th. Yep, no, 28th. I'm sorry, October 28th. We're coming to you live from New York City. Tonight is going to be such a special show. We have an amazing guest. This gentleman has had such an amazing career, and he's still at it, and he's got a show coming up. My new friend. He's my new friend. I love him already. His name is Chris Autore. And Leo, hit that promo.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got the days free and the nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Leo, were you trying to scare me with that that screechy jack-o'-lantern? Oh my God. Well, listen, it is Halloween week. It's the 28th. So this Friday is Halloween. And if you, no matter where you are, Halloween is just one of those really fun things. Or maybe you hate Halloween. I don't know. I think most people find it fun. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. What happened there? That's very scary. So that is our friend, Greg Goodbro. He lives on a farm. Listen, I don't want you to think this is dirty. This is actually done for a reason. He lives on a farm. He lives in Woodstock. He raises chicken and obviously, vegetation, as they say. And look at I want you to notice his extension there because he is also a dancer, a singer and a dancer, and in great shape, I might add. So that is Greg Goodbro. He's my good friend. I met him at Brandy's and he's just a lovely guy. So he is Mr. October in our 2025 calendar. You guys probably already have it. Now, I know that's almost the end of the year. If you ever want one, I have extras. This is our new calendar, although I got to update my headshots soon. Billy's going to have to take some new headshots because those headshots are a little bit older, but that's okay. Leo is still getting some good use out of them in our new calendar. Oh, my God. I cannot say enough about our new calendar. Now, I know every year I get excited, and every year I have good reason to get excited because every year we have amazing people. Right, Leo? Like you can't deny that every year, and people say to me, where do you find these people? I go, where do I find them? They're my friends. These are my friends. Leo is fanning himself because what I do.
I'm fanning myself with my I just voted form.
Oh, so you went and voted already? Early voted?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Honey.
Yes on 50, babies.
Yes on 50. Okay, so this is California. Leo's out in California. I'm in New York. So our primary is not primary, I'm sorry. Our mayoral election is next Tuesday.
Yep.
But early voting has started. So, check your voting places if you want to. Do you know that early voting in New York is up by, get this, 400%? I mean, it's insane. It's insane. So everybody, yep. So everybody, please
Ask
go
your
and vote.
oligarchy friends, go vote.
We won't tell you to vote for. That's your business. But please vote.
Yeah.
It is still, last time I checked, a democracy, although, it's scary out there. But just go and vote and exercise. Do not ever waste a vote. My mother voted, and even when at the end of her life, when she was so sick, she was in a wheelchair, and she said, no, I will not miss the election. So these are our Axioligarchy jewelry that Lori Towers, our friend Lori Towers, who usually joins us. Oh, there she is. She's here. Lori Towers, happy Tuesday, my lovely friends. Happy Tuesday to you. Now, I'm so excited because in a few weeks, I think 2 weeks from tonight, maybe, Louise Sorel.
She's back.
She's back. She has a show coming up at
That's right, a show.
She's got a show coming up at the I'll think of it in a minute. The festival, that Wendy Lane Bailey does, the United Solo
Oh, the
Festival.
Solo Festival.
She's got a show in it, which I'm going to see. So I'm going to
Ooh.
interview Louise Sorel of the most famous soap star that ever has lived, and it's going to be amazing. So that's going to be in a few weeks. Now, let's check in with who we have. We have our beautiful Danielle Alexandria Alchemy, our friend. I spoke to her for a little bit today. It was a wonderful conversation. She filled me in on a bunch of great stuff that's happening. Happy Tuesday, Maria Leo, and what's the story with Maria?
I don't know what she was telling you about. I don't know anything about what she was saying.
I know. We're gonna show that. We're gonna promo that.
Excuse me.
Lori Towers checked in. Ed Kutu, my friend from high school, sweet Eddie Kutu. He runs Blade Salon in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. If you're in the Connecticut area, which a lot of our friends live out there, and you want to get your hair did, go see Eddie at Blade Salon. John Pietero, is the fear factor for the frightened right? Is this the fear? I know, it's so scary. And Lori, United Solar, yes, thank you. So sometimes with me, when I'm trying to think of something, instead of drive myself crazy, I go, I'll think of it, and then it comes right into my head.
Thinking about, how we have our wonderful calendar we're just talking about. I know that our Mr. February, was Mr. February, our hot Mr. February who was working out, Mr. Sank, has something tomorrow night.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm thinking about the calendar still.
Yes, I know. This calendar is going to be incredible. So it comes out. We're waiting for one more picture. And then once we have that, I send it to Leo, and then he will send out to our place, and we're going to have calendars. Please, if you want a calendar, let me know. Let Leo know. You can pre-order them if you like, and then I will get them right out to you. A lot of people give them away for Christmas gifts, so please, you can pre-order them. Okay.
I wonder if I have that up, as a matter of fact.
Well, even if they just reach out to us, and then you can Venmo me, or we'll figure it out.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which.
Oh my God. So he was in our he was Mr. February in our calendar this year. This is Adam Sank. He's an amazing comedian, great comedian. He and Irene Bremis, who I adore. Irene Bremis is also a comedian, and they are going to be at Stonewall tomorrow night doing a comedy show at 7 p.m. upstairs. So there's still tickets available. You can either go to his page and order them, or I'm sure they will have tickets at the door. But, these shows tend to sell out. So go to Adam Sank's page on Facebook, and you can order them. There's always a link.
Do yourself a favor. Don't do any ab workout before you go to that show.
No, because
between Irene and Adam, you're going to get your workout.
Yeah, you're going to be laughing your head off. And Irene also, she has a special on Amazon Prime, a comedy special that is so good. It's called Sweetie. It's so funny. I've watched it. I can't tell you how many times. It puts me in the best mood. And God, is she funny and gorgeous.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, she is hilarious. So that's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at Stonewall. Stonewall. Speaking of Stonewall, many things. Halloween. Yeah, that's coming. That's the next thing I'm going to talk about. But first, I want to say Halloween is this Friday. No better place to watch the parade than down there, because everybody comes through. Last year, I was working the door 2 years ago, maybe. I met Post Malone. Okay, and I have a story about that, which I'll tell next week because it's too long of a story. But maybe I'll tell it quickly. So I'm working the door. I'm dressed as the Joker, and people are. I'm taking. I'm putting wristbands around people and taking cover charges. And this guy comes in with a bunch of people, and I thought, wow, what a great costume. He's dressed as Post Malone. So he was walking around, right? Really fun. And then I'm talking to his sister, and she's so nice and whatever, and blah, blah, blah. And she's dressed as a mermaid, I think. And anyway, his little girlfriend. And at the end of the night, the place is, everyone's filing out. And I see him and I go, I just got to tell you, I said, you really are my favorite costume of the night. Like,
you go up to his face, you're like, "You're not real."
well, that's
Give me
what
that, you
no, but
bitches.
I really, listen to this. I really was convinced that it was a costume. And I go, and like, even the tattoos on your face, they're amazing. And he goes, oh, thanks. I really had a good time. And he leaves. And I said, can we get can I get
Come here. How did you
no,
do that?
can I get a picture with you? I said, because I just think I love your costume. Take the picture. I send it to Judy. I go, this guy had the best costume. She goes, what the is wrong with you? That's Post Malone. I go, no, it's not. Is it? She goes, it's Post Malone. I send it to my sister. She's like, you're an idiot. That was Post Malone. So here I anyway, I met Post Malone on Halloween at Stonewall. He was lovely. And then she goes, I go, yeah, he was with his girlfriend. She sends the picture of his girlfriend. I'm like, yeah, that's right. His sister, she looks up the sister. It's the sister. So anyway, but that was that. Okay, so go to
And they
Stonewall.
would have got away with it too if it weren't for those rascally kids.
I know. Now the theme this year at Stonewall is Wizard of Oz because there's a lot of Wizard of Oz stuff happening at the Sphere in Vegas. I think even Universal's doing a big Wizard of Oz thing. And to go along with all this, I was talking to our friend Danielle today, and she is working on an amazing project. Okay. She says she's working on a special project, been working with Judy Garland's granddaughter, Vanessa, and they've launched official Judy social media at Judy Garland Estate on all platforms. So you know that fans of this show and the listeners are huge Judy Garland fans, as
Who's
we
she?
should be. You're going to lose
They
your
take
gay
away
card.
my card. They will
You're going
take
to lose
away
your
my
gay card.
gay card.
But please go to at Judy Garland Estate, which Danielle and Judy Garland's daughter, a granddaughter, Vanessa,
Instagram,
are running
TikTok,
on every platform.
Facebook, and
Yep.
YouTube, I think, as well.
And tag okay, so she set up to tag them. Follow the new
Hallelujah.
official
Come on,
accounts
get
and
happy.
tag us this weekend. Listen to this with your costume photos so that we can share your favorite Judy or Oz attire. So that goes. I'm going to share this show and this message on the Stonewall page as well because they're all themed out. They're all themed out. So now, speaking of Judy Garland's daughter, that is Lorna Luft. She, who is an amazing singer and a total sweetheart, and Danielle works with her as well. She is going to be at the Laurie. Look how beautiful she is. I love this shot too. What a nice shot. She is going to be at the Laurie Beachman Theater Thursday, November 6th, and Friday, November 7th at 7 p.m. And the Laurie Beachman Theater is on 42nd and 10th, I believe, 9th, I believe. Yes. They have amazing food. They have amazing drinks, and they have a newly renovated, spectacular theater. So
and an amazing centerfold, right? An amazing calendar. Am I right?
Oh,
Is it Tom? Isn't he?
No, he's not one of our.
Okay.
That's Tommy McDowell.
Okay.
Different Tommy. But hey, well, I'm sure he would do it next year. You know him. He's a big ham like we are. So those are our picks of the week and things that are coming up. So much is happening in New York. So much is happening in New York. Now, speaking of things happening in New York, and also if you don't want to get in the mix of that crazy parade, you can always come up to Brandy's this Friday. We're going to be there. Me and Justin, Gregory Lopez, and Liz Lark Brown, and Elliot Roth on piano. So you can still have a fun Halloween night, and we're all going to dress up. I have no idea what I'm going to dress as, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, and probably Saturday too. So come up if you're looking for fun things to do this week, and come up to Brandy's. Now, so New York is ablaze with fun, and talent, right? Especially this week and next week, and just we're going into like fun season. I met this gentleman. Well, we started talking online because we run in the same circles, right? and he's extremely supportive of everybody else that does cabaret and all these things. He's like a great musician. But then, so we booked him on the show. I was like, yeah, just pick a date, and he booked it, and we've been in touch. But then I had a conversation with him on the phone, and I said, I have a new friend, and fell in love with him. He is so delightful and so amazing, and he has had. What do you share? You're shimmying. That means
I'm
something.
really shimming because I want to show the video after before we bring him on. I think we should show him. But keep going with your introduction.
Okay, so he said, I've been in the business for 75 years. I was like, 75 years? He's been in this business for 75 years. He started at age 5. And he has had an incredible life and an incredible career. And my conversation with Chris Autore was so amazing. I cannot wait to have him on. But Leo, I'm going to let you run. I'm going to let you run it the way you want, because you're the master of showing.
Let's prove to everybody. Since nowadays you really have to prove what you say for it to be true.
Right. This is not AI. This is real.
Yeah. This is what the story with Maria, where we tell the truth here.
Okay.
Welcome to the Horn and Hard Art Children's Hour, brought to you by Procter & Gamble. I'm Ed Hurley. We have a special little guy here today, Chris Autore from Waterbury, Connecticut. Please welcome Chris, the little man with a big voice.
Oh my
I love
God.
that song.
And that's insane that piece of film exists. This is Chris and his parents on the Horn and Hearted Children's Hour. And we'll have Chris tell you all about what year that was and all that. And he has had like such an amazing career. We had such a wonderful conversation. I don't want to give too much of it away. I just think it's time. Oh, Rena Crinaldi-Berge has joined us, my cousin from Massachusetts. Hi, sweetie. Julie Cesari. Hi, kids. You got a little competition tonight with the Dodgers. But, oh, yes, Dodgers all the way.
At least it's not the Yankees.
Oh, listen, I love that it's a Canadian team, too. How cool is that?
That's true. I was hoping it was going to be the Red Sox, but...
That's all right. That's okay. We've won a bunch of stuff in the last few years. I'm okay. Let the Dodgers go and take it. Okay, so I think without further ado, I did want to introduce everybody that joined us. We should bring in our amazing new friend, Chris Autore. Yes, thank you, Leo. There he is. Oh my God, sweetheart. I'm so happy that you're here. I can't even tell you how happy I am.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So now you on the phone, you said, I've been in this business for 75 years. And I thought did he just make a mistake? Or you really have been in show business for 75 years, which means that you're 80?
In about 6 months.
What? That's incredible. That's incredible. You look amazing. You sound amazing. You are still at it. And then every time I talk to you or I'm texting with you, you're flying into New York, you're rehearsing, you're flying back to Florida, or you're flying somewhere. I'm like, this guy is like on fire. You are amazing. So first of all, let's tell everybody that you have a show celebrating your career. You have a show at Don't Tell Mama, right? And that is November 5th at 7 p.m. And it's called Look at Me Now. And I love this poster. Look at how cute you were and look at how cute you are now. You're still adorable.
Thank you.
A new cabaret show coming to New York. All right. First of all, let's start at the beginning. Let's start at how does a little boy like that, back in that day and age, before social media, before the internet, before all these ways. How did your parents know that you did they train you? How did they know you were that talented to even?
Because my grandmother taught me how to sing in Italian when I was 3 years old. She used to hold me in her arms and she used to sing in my ear and she used to sing in Italian. And I started humming. And when I started humming, then I started singing. When I was 5 years old, they heard about this TV show in New York called the Horn and Hardart Children's Hour. And they decided to drive me to New York for an audition.
Oh my
So
God.
my audition song was "You're Breaking My Heart Because You're Leaving" by Vic Damone, and I sang it in Italian
Oh
at
my
5.
God.
So I
Wow.
got the job. I nailed it and I got the job. And when I was 6 years old, they thought, why don't we have this kid sing with a celebrity? So they teamed me up with Tony Bennett. And I got to sing "Because of You" with Tony Bennett at the Schubert Theater in New Haven, Connecticut when I was 6.
Wow. Now let
Meanwhile,
yeah, go
Connie
ahead.
Francis is at the Horn and Hardart TV. She's 12 years old.
I
I'm
love
5
this.
years old. And that was the beginning of a 75-year history with Connie Francis.
Oh my God. Now
Bernadette Peters, Tallulah
yep.
Bankhead, Eddie Fisher, Rosemary Clooney. We were all there.
Oh my God. I love this picture. So tell everybody what this picture is. You see it? You and Connie.
I don't see it.
Okay, so it says Chris Autore sings "Unforgettable" to Connie Francis, and she's in a wheelchair. It says Mangiano's in Boca.
Maggiano's
Oh,
in Boca, which I've been performing at on the weekends for. And she frequented Maggiano's very much. But after the Horn and Hardart, when we were children, she went on to be a big star. And again, caught up with her in 1978 at Limelight in Hollywood, Florida, where she came in and I accompanied her. And she sang with me that night. And then years later, met her again at Maggiano's, and we've been in touch over the years. But the one with her in the wheelchair was the last time. It was about 3 weeks before she passed away.
wow, that's intense.
They wheeled her up to the piano, and I got up and I sang the same 2 songs to her that she sang with me in 1978: "Unforgettable" and "Embraceable You."
And was she still singing? Was she still able to
No,
sing? No,
she was
okay.
not singing. But that night that I sang with her at Maggiano's, she invited me to her house for my 79th birthday.
Wow, what a beautiful, incredible story.
She wanted me to go and play the piano for her and reminisce about our time on the Horn and Hardart Children's Hour.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Unfortunately, a few weeks after that picture, she passed away.
Yeah.
87.
Wow, that is really something. Now, this is the TV guide, right? So look at this TV guide. Tell it. Can you see it, Chris? Or so
Let me
this
see if
is
I can turn this phone sideways and maybe I'll see it. No, I don't see it.
all right. So what it is the TV guide.
The TV guide is from where it says "me" in red.
Yeah.
That's me at 5 years old in 1951.
Wow. And what?
I mean, and
That's
all the
you on the
kids
show.
behind me are all big stars. Was Tallulah Bankhead and all of the people I just mentioned that were in that picture somewhere, somehow. Was Connie Francis, and even Carole King was at the Horn and Hardart Children's Hour.
Wow. So
And I
you.
was on the show for like 2 years. And after 2 years, it was over. And I asked my mother, what happened? She said, the stress, the learning, the traveling, it was just too much.
Yeah. So now,
And
who would teach you all the music? Your parents?
I had my own pianist. Her name was Jean Yavina. She was only 16 years old.
Wow.
She would learn all the songs and she would teach me.
And
And
then you would learn them. Wow.
and then I would learn them. And every week every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. on NBC. The show aired, and every week there was a different theme, and we had to learn whatever songs went along with that theme.
And you had a week to
I could
learn them.
a week to learn them, just like television.
Wow.
And I could remember Tallulah Bankhead. She used to take a puff of her cigarette, and she used to call me her little darling.
I love that. And
My little darling. It reminded me of Auntie Mame, who said that to her little, my little Patrick. It was the same kind of thing.
oh my goodness. Were you the youngest little guy on the
I
show?
was. I was. As
So
you can see
every
in the picture, I was the smallest kid.
oh my God, I love that. Now, so the show's over, the Horn and Hartnett show is over. You are now what, 7? 7 or 8?
I'm 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old. By the time I was 11, I was rummaging through my mother's pictures and promotional materials and saw my picture in the TV guide. And I said to my mother, what happened? Well, I decided then I need I need to be in show business. I was missing it so much. So I started taking dance lessons in 1960.
That's great.
And I opened up my own dancing school when I was 16, teaching children and adults, had my own dance recitals in the big theater in Waterbury. And I went through high school doing that. Then I was drafted or had to join the military when I was 19. So I had to pause my music career. I had to pause my dancing school. I had to close. I had a girlfriend. I had to leave her and my family behind. And um, I just wanted to get back into show business again. And so I've been doing
How long
this.
were you in the military?
I was in the military for 3 to 4 years.
And what branch of the military were you with?
Air Force.
Oh, my niece was in the Air Force. She just ended her
I joined the Air Force to have my control over my military service. Because if you're
mm,
drafted, you don't have too much of a choice.
right, yeah.
It was either get drafted or join. And everybody in school was telling me, go in the Air Force. It's the easiest and best. And it really
Wow.
was.
Wow. That's it. So
But
how
I've
many
been
years?
doing this all these years as a musician and a singer, working in all kinds of nightclubs, from New York to Vegas to Miami. And when I discovered the TV guide and my record that you just heard, I went to New York a year ago and I got together with 3 directors and I interviewed all 3 of them and they interviewed me and they said to me, yes, you have a story, a very interesting story because Horn and Hardart was very big in New York and now it's no longer. So
Right.
that it's a historical thing. So I put the show together. I wrote it for about a year. We've been rehearsing it for about a year. I have my
Yeah.
own pianist here in Florida who flies back and forth with me to meet the musicians in New York. This show, by the way, is directed by Jeff Stoner of
Yep.
New
I saw
York.
that.
He's very good. He's an excellent director. He's given me my freedom to express myself and tell my story. And I've got the best musicians in New York. Ray Marchica on drums and Sean Conley on bass.
Great.
Um, so now I'm going to tell the story at 79 years old.
Well, you have to. See, that's what people don't always understand. My favorite books are biographies. I love memoirs, biographies. And usually you have to wait. If you want a good biography, you have to wait till someone has really lived a life, right? Like one of my
Right.
favorite books I ever read was Master of Ceremonies by Joel Gray. And he, it's funny the way you describe your career was very similar to his. He started off as a young guy in vaudeville. And, he always kept at it. But it wasn't until he reached a certain age, and it was around the same time that he saw his life as a story, like yours. And it just beautiful. I love stories that people have really lived. And you have this chain of incredible things that you've done. So I mean, we were
This is
talking.
the problem.
Tell me.
The problem is half of me is domestic and half of me is in the arts.
Mm,
I wanted to live a normal life.
yeah.
I fell in love with a girl in high school. We ended up getting married. We had a child who's now 57.
Wow.
And I don't think I could have handled show business full time.
Mm,
There
yeah.
was a domestic part of me that liked to design, to cook. I'm Italian. I'm all Italian, tutta Italian.
I know. I know. I love it. And
And
so, yeah.
every time I got the opportunity to do something big, I would shy away from it. I had the opportunity to back Diana Ross and the Supremes when in the 60s they were looking for a keyboard player, and I had an opportunity to do that, and I was afraid to do it because I didn't want to travel. I didn't
Right.
want to leave, I didn't want to leave home.
Yeah. I get it. I
Those
totally
kinds
get
of things are, I think if I kept going as a child and didn't know anything about anything else, I think maybe it would have been okay. But um, it was too much for my parents to keep going back and forth to New York every Sunday and learning. That took a lot of time to learn all those songs.
it.
They
Yeah.
were sending crazy songs like Fraidy Cat,
Right.
Fraidy Cat. He wouldn't do this and he wouldn't do that. Songs we had never heard before. And my mother said I had become very difficult and shy and I didn't want to do it. And
Mm. Yeah. You're a little guy.
yeah, I was a kid. I wanted to I
Play.
wanted to play,
Yeah.
but
Like,
I'll tell you though, but when I became 9, 10, and 11 years old, I knew what I wanted to do. My parents never pushed me.
right.
They never told me I had to play the piano. They never told me I had to do anything, but I was in all of the high school uh, talent shows from grammar school. I mean, everybody knew me as an entertainer, as a dancer. I'm a dancing teacher.
Wow.
Um, a piano player, a singer. I did Oakdale Musical Theater in Connecticut. I was in The King and I and Carousel when I was 12 years old. So I have some acting. But when you really know what you want to do,
Yeah.
you do it.
Yeah.
No
That's
one
true.
tells you when to do it. Only
But you
you know.
kept at it. You kept playing the piano. You kept doing clubs. You did things locally. You did a lot of local nightclubs, and you have done that your entire life.
But I
You
also had my cake and eat it too. I was in show business and I was able to live a domestic life as well.
Yeah. Well,
Now,
that's the payoff.
in 84, no, 1985, I was divorced. And that's what brought me to Florida because they had called me to do the world famous Jockey Club in Miami. And this was my opportunity to really zoom up my career as a musician. And so I came to Florida and I said to my son, who was only 18, I said, Dad's got to go to Florida. Who knows? Maybe I'll end up living there. I don't know what's going to happen, but I got to go take this job. Once
Mm,
I moved to Florida, everything was happening bing, bang, bing, bang. I was meeting all these celebrities. I was playing at the Jockey Club, and Sylvester Stallone's mother, Jackie, came up to the piano and she said to me, Can you give me piano lessons? I said
wow.
I would love to, but of course I didn't have the time to do it at that moment. But I was honored. The
Yeah.
Bee Gees, I got to meet the Bee Gees,
Oh, I
Danny
love them.
Thomas, Perry Como. They were all in to hear my performances. Of course, my director doesn't want me to mention too many names in the cabaret show because he says we don't want to bore anybody. I said, well, you told me you wanted to know all my whole story, so I'm telling
Right.
you.
Well, we're loving this. I mean, this is, what you do, whatever you want in your show, and your director's your director. But I love these stories. I think they're great. Now, let me just take a minute and to acknowledge some of our people that have popped in. Uh, Eden Castile has popped in. Hey, they're looking forward to the show November 5th. She's going to be there. Sally Holderness, happily watching Maria and Chris. Gene Spears, Maria
That's your
and
friend.
yes, he's wonderful. I'm watching. He's in Tennessee, I think. He's all over, but I think he's in Tennessee right now. Alana Diaz, she's working at the Stonewall. She's an incredible singer. She's at Brandy's tomorrow night. I mean Thursday night, and Saturday at the Duplex. Lynn Portis, who is my best buddy, and she's my musical director. She says there's a reason why everybody wants him to work with him. He's so freaking talented, and he's the sweetest guy in the world. So Lynn, I think you know Lynn because you are very good at following people. It's
Listen to this story.
what?
2 or 3 weeks ago, I got a notice on Facebook that they were looking for piano players to play at Grand Central, and they were going to pay us $500. I think that's what it said. And you had to send in and explain why you should be the guy to play the piano at Grand Central. Well, I looked at it and I said, I'm going to submit myself. Since I'm in New York every week now, I can probably do it. So I left it and went to work that night. I came back, I completely forgot about it. I turn on the internet a week later and I see Lynn playing at Grand Central Station. And I'm going,
Yes,
oh my God, she's incredible. She
isn't she
sounds so
great?
beautiful. And I was
Uh,
so happy that she got selected. But I
yes.
also was going to do that. That's how
Yeah, well,
we
it's
were
one of
talking.
those. Yeah, so you guys have connected on that note,
Yeah.
and that's the beauty of New York, and that's the beauty of things like that. Now, this is a picture of. There's a picture of a couple. Is that you and your wife?
When I
That you.
was 21 years old and she
Wow.
was 18. And where did you guys get these pictures? Because I
This
didn't
is
send
Leo.
them.
This is Leo.
Oh, Leo did all his
Leo's
research.
in. He is above and beyond. Leo does all his. I don't even know how he does it. He's incredible. So that must be you and your wife.
It
Now,
was
so you continued to play in clubs in
as a
Florida.
musician, and I
Yep.
ran my dance studio in the daytime, and I
Wow.
went to school in the morning.
Okay, so Michael Kervine O'Reilly says you never told me you met the Bee Gees.
Who's Michael?
Michelle. I'm sorry, Michelle. Michelle
Michelle who?
O'Reilly.
Oh,
O'Reilly.
Michelle O'Reilly.
Yeah,
Oh,
she said
well,
you never told me you met the Bee Gees.
well, she doesn't listen to the whole show because in the bio show, it does mention the Bee Gees.
Okay. All right. So Michelle, now that's on you now. I mean, now
I'll
we
straighten her
know.
out when I see her
Yeah.
on Friday.
All right. So tell it what is if people get tickets to your show, come to your show, what can they expect? Of course, music. We know that. Are you playing the piano for yourself?
I am playing the piano only 2 times in the show because I have
Okay.
my own personal pianist
I
here in
love that.
Florida who learned the show with me, and then we took it up to New York. Um, the show is a bio show from 1950 to 2025. It's a pop to Broadway music. Um, it's going to be pop to Broadway. It's going
I
to be
love it.
pop music, Broadway music, and it's going to go through the years
And
until
yes, so you talk about your career using songs that and you're what are the two songs you are playing? Are we allowed to know?
yes, I'm going to be playing a song for my wife in her honor because she passed away 12 years ago.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
while we were dating, her favorite song at that time in 1963 was Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow by the Shirelles,
Yep.
which was
Written
written by my old pal, Carole King from the Horn and Hardart Children's Hour.
unbelievable.
And I sit and I play that song very softly, and I do it as a ballad in her honor. And then the second song I do is from my time at Grossinger's at the Catskill Mountains. I
Cool.
didn't tell you about that. Uh, The Day in the Life of a Fool, which is a song that I learned when I was at the Catskill Mountains, 3 summers, 71, 72, and 73, where I got to watch Eddie Fisher marry Debbie Reynolds, who had the nerve to marry Elizabeth Taylor at the same venue. Julie Budd, singer from New York,
Yeah,
another dear
right. We
friend of
knew
mine.
Julie. Yep. Is that you now? The military? This is a
Yes,
military photo.
that's me at
What
21 years old in the Air Force.
a handsome devil you are. Oh my God, what a hottie.
Oh,
I
God.
love it. I love it. And I'm a huge fan of anybody that serves our country. So
I
thank
got to
you.
tell you that Leo really did his homework, man. He dug up pictures I didn't even send to you.
Yeah, I know. Leo goes above and beyond, and he is something else. And a shout out to Leo, everybody. If he maintains a lot of our websites, Lynn's and Lori's and mine, and lots of people. If you ever need a promo video or anything like that, Leo is your man. So he's a gun for hire. Let me see. Julie Budd, my neighbor, says Lori Towers. Lori Towers is a good friend. She's also a publicist in the city. She's a great person to know, and her husband, John Pietero. They are DJs, music historians. They have a show on WFMU. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, and it's great. And it's okay. So Wednesdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time. John Pietero and June Lori Towers, Beneath the Underground on Sheena's Jungle Room at WFMU.org. Go and check it out. And I listen to it the next day. I listen to it on Thursdays, and you can go, and it's just a wonderful show. So you should definitely check that out, Chris. But okay, so the show is kind of like it honors your career and it honors special people in your life,
But it's
obviously.
a very exciting show because it has a lot of energy. Most of the, listen, I had to do my homework when I first decided to do this show. Look, I've been a musician for 57 years. And when I wrote the show and I took it to New York and interviewed the three directors, I chose the director that I have right now because I thought he was the best fit for me. But he told me, Chris, you can't come here and do a nightclub act. You have to come and do cabaret. New York, cabaret is a whole nother animal than the music that you've been doing all these years. So he had to cabarize me.
Oh, I love that.
He cabarized me in a great way because I learned how to do my music through storytelling.
Yes, that's what cabaret is. That's the
So
beauty
instead
of
of
it.
singing, one of the themes in my show is "Look at Me Now" by Frank Sinatra, which is the theme of my show. It
Yep.
goes from that kid from 1950 to the kid that I am right now. That's why it's called "Look at Me Now," and where I've come all these years. But when I sang that song to him the first time, it was a swing number, man. It was like the Frank Sinatra "Look at Me Now." He said no. So what I did
Mm.
with it, I started singing it as a cabaret artist.
Oh, I love that.
And now only the end of the song starts to swing because we wanted to tell the story. And I had to be cabarized.
I love that. But that is what a good director does. You
Listen,
know,
I've done everything there is to do in this business, but I've never done a cabaret show. And I had to do it.
now what here's my next question. What did you just wake up and say, you know what? This is my next level now. I want to do it. Or was it that someone else you knew was doing a show? Were you inspired by other people's shows? What made you want to come to New York and do a cabaret show?
I kind of got tired of making music to make a living.
Mm,
I wanted to do something that was going to fill my heart,
right.
something that I knew I had a lot more to offer than just playing in clubs at night, making a living. I knew there was more that I could do because I did it when I was a kid. I'm a dancing teacher and I taught children from the age of 3 all the way up to teenagers and had shows for years. And so I wanted to do shows now instead of just playing in nightclubs. I
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
do a show. So this is the debut of my cabaret show, and I will have an encore show and I'll have another show so that I could be eligible for a Mac award,
Yeah, that's good.
hopefully. I've
Yeah,
got it scheduled in Florida for the people who can't come to New York.
that's great.
And I'm going to keep the show alive, and I'm going to be doing it occasionally here, there, and everywhere because, as the director said, this is a story that's kind of nice to know about the history.
Yeah, I mean, you're like the keeper of records, like as far as the entertainment world, you've been witness to just even the evolution of, I mean, look at television and the evolution of entertainment in America. firsthand. You're witness to it.
Look at
That's
my baby.
so that's you and your wife and your son?
Yep.
Oh my God. Is your son in the entertainment business?
He's a guitar player, a sax player, a drummer, and a singer.
Wow. That is fantastic.
He used
So
to love
does,
hanging out with all my musicians over the years.
of course. I mean, that's a cool dad to have.
Do you
If
know
you're,
that I had up to an 11-piece show band in 1977 and we worked up in Boston?
that's where I grew up.
I know. We
Oh
worked
my
at
God.
the Ramada Inn in East Boston. They
I
had show
know it
bands.
well. I know it
And
well.
we worked at the Golden Banana.
Of course. Of course you worked
The
at the
Golden
Golden Bee.
Banana had show bands at the time in
I
the
love it.
70s.
I know exactly where that was.
We were booked by the Petty agency up there. Tom Petty. No, that's a famous person. It
Yeah.
was something up there that
Christine, was it Christine Petty? No,
no, it
no.
was it was an agency up in Boston that took us up there. And then when the show band dismantled, I went back to being a duo and I ended up working at the Logan Airport Hilton Hotel.
Of course. That was a wonderful place.
And I worked at the Tremont Parker
The
Dunphy's Parker House on Tremont Street,
That was a beautiful room too. Yeah. These are
1975.
great places.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these are great places. But the Golden Banana, oh my God, that really brings me back. I used to drive by there quite a bit. I know it well. Trust me. But okay, so this is great. These are wonderful stories. So if someone wants, I mean, I think everybody that's watching the show is has definitely wants to be in that audience. So it is, let's tell people again. It is I'll let you tell. It's November 5th.
It's at the legendary Don't Tell Mama on 343 West 46th Street, New York City, November 5th at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:15. I'd love to have you join me.
Yep. And just so you know, a important note is Don't Tell Mamas is cash only. So
Yes.
stop at an ATM, or if you're Italian, you'll have cash anyway, because we carry cash.
The ATM is right in
Right
walking
there.
distance of Don't Tell Mama, just in case you forget,
Yeah.
as I
So
have
that's,
many times.
yeah. A lot of people use their credit cards these days, but so Maria Barreto says, congratulations on 6 decades of entertainment, bringing joy to people. So I think,
Maria is a great friend of mine from New York. We used to go to Coney Island and have hot dogs at Nathan's.
oh, I love that. So you've been friends for a long time.
Yes.
And
I met Maria through my friend Allison Briggs, who I met at Birdland. And she introduced me to Maria. She said, "You've got to meet Maria. You guys would hit it off really well." And we did. And I love Maria.
oh, I love that. That's a wonderful story. Well, I got to tell you, you are very easy to love. You're very lovable. I literally, we connected online. I said, what a cool guy. You're very supportive of other entertainers, which I love. And then when we talked on the phone, I said, I love this guy. Like he's going to be my friend because
But I
you
saw
just,
you and said the same thing. I
yeah.
said, "I like this lady.
People don't usually call me a lady, so thank you. I
I
appreciate
like
that.
you because I like the way you do your show. I enjoy Leo's expertise in his
Oh, he's
technical
amazing.
field. I wanted I wanted to meet you.
Yes, well, we did it, and it's just wonderful. I'm
But let
so
me tell you something that really bothers me though. When I
what?
come to New York, you know where this picture was taken?
Tell me.
At the World Trade Center in 1985. My
Wow,
wife and I and my son went up to the windows of the world to have our Thanksgiving dinner in 1985.
wow. Isn't that something, huh?
Boy, that
Yeah.
Leo, I don't know. He
How does
just
he
did a
find
lot of
this?
digging.
Yeah, he did a lot of digging. That's what he does. He digs. Leo digs. Um, I'm trying to
Hey,
just
some
want to
of
make
that
sure.
Italian wears off, you know. Some of that Italian wears off to the Mexican.
All
Yeah,
right, okay.
he's our Mexican cousin, Leo. So everybody is really saying congratulations. Now, John Pietero said maybe we'll play one of your songs on his radio show. So we'll have to connect you with John.
That was nice, John. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
John's a musician as well as his wife Lori.
Oh,
They're both musicians and
wow.
amazing. John's a drummer, Lori's a bass player. They're great people. So I'm sure you.
I don't want to forget to say this to you, Maria.
What?
Every time I come to New York, we come right back home. We don't have any
I
time to spend
know.
in New York. I used to hang out at Brandy's Piano Bar in the 80s when Bobby Pico was the pianist
Of
and
course.
Lena
Kutrakis.
was singing with him back in the early 80s. And when I moved to Florida in 86, so once I moved to Florida, I've been here for 40 years now doing really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing like New York,
Yeah,
especially for entertainment. Like we don't have down here the cabaret you have up there.
right. It's a
And
it's a
that's
different
another
setup
reason
here.
why I wanted to come up there and do this show.
Yeah, that's the thing, I mean, and I grew up in Boston, so I love my hometown. I've been here 35 years now, but there really is not. I went back and did there's a nice place in Boston called Club Cafe, I'm sorry.
Cafe,
But
and I worked there in 1976. I worked at no wait. 1987 I worked at Club Cafe.
wow, that's
87.
incredible.
I keep forgetting that I've been in Boston twice in the 70s and then again in the late 80s.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
80s were wild. The 80s
Yeah,
were
Club
wild.
Cafe. I remember the Napoleon Room or something like
Yes,
that.
that's it. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
your
yeah,
memory's incredible.
yeah.
Yeah, the Napoleon Room, and then they have a back room that's bigger. Lynn and I did a show there 3 years ago. We did a big show there. I love that place. I really
It's
do.
really great. It's really
Yeah,
great. Boston is great. It
yeah, and
really is.
they love live entertainment, and they're very supportive and all that. So you've kind of been Florida, Boston, New York. You're from Connecticut,
So let's talk
so.
about Las Vegas.
Oh my God, let's talk about Las Vegas. Go ahead.
So I was going to Las Vegas back and forth, and I was singing at the Bootlegger in South Las Vegas Boulevard. My friend Kelly Clinton Holmes was the host there, and she was doing an open mic night there all the time. And I would met a lot of friends. Clint Holmes is a friend of mine. I was meeting a lot of people just going to that open mic out in Vegas. That was really something. It really was. The only reason why I don't get work out in Vegas is because it's a little bit too far for me to juggle everything that I've got going
Yeah,
on.
yeah. And you're still working all the time.
Well, I'm
You're
working a lot.
Yeah, I love that. Now I'm looking at the time. I can't believe this whole hour's flown by. I have to do the food section of our show. Thank you, Leo. Oh my God, he read my mind. So I don't know if you know, well, you watch the show, so you do know. I always cook a meal for the show because I like to stay creative, and this is my reward at the end of the night. So now, Leo and everybody else, I will tell you next week I'm going back on the keto because I got a little chubby in the last few weeks, and
Uh-oh.
I can't when I can't fit into my clothes. That's when I go back on the keto.
And holidays are right around the corner.
Exactly. So for a few weeks, and I'm going to be the guest in Elliot Roth and Karen Mack's Christmas show. I'm going to be the guest singer. So I'm going to do a few songs.
Oh my God, Karen Mack.
Oh my God, isn't she so talented? And
She's
Elliot
the
Roth,
cookie maker.
she is the cookie maker.
Cookie Man.
So I have to go back on the keto so I can be ready for that show in December. Okay, so what did I make tonight? Rotini with marinara and put a little extra garlic in there when I little garlic in the oil, sliced garlic, and I put crushed red peppers, which are my favorite, and a little pecorino romano pecorino cheese, little parsley. That's going to be my because I'm trying to get
What
as much
sauce did you just a red sauce or was
marinara. Yeah, just a
Marinara,
nice
okay.
plain marinara. And this is my fall salad. I was going for fall
Ooh.
colors. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah,
So
it is.
this is romaine lettuce with orange and yellow sweet peppers.
Oh,
And
my
some,
favorite.
yes, me too. And little cucumbers, little baby cucumbers. And these are Sicilian olives, which I love, or some people call them oil cured olives. And then I'm going to put a blackberry ginger balsamic vinegar.
Mm.
Yes, and a toasted onion and cilantro extra virgin olive oil.
Ooh,
That's what
nice
I'm doing there.
combo.
I know, for the
Wow.
fall, I'm a little fall salad. Now these are cupcakes. Last night I worked a really great event at Stonewall. The Food Network did a show there, like a dessert baking show competition. And this young man, Oscar, oh my God, Chauncey sent me his last name. He had won. Okay, Huescarando. Huescarando. So Oscar Huescar, he is the cupcake maker that won Cupcake Wars a few years ago on the Food Network, and
Okay.
he made all the cupcakes for kind of like the guests afterwards. So this is like a chocolate matcha cupcake, and this I believe is like a caramel and carrot cake and caramel frosting. And then he made,
What?
yeah, how cool was that? And this was the sponsor, Making Gay History, Life Jacket Theater Company. He made these little things. That's who sponsored the event. But it was a Food Network little competition. That was really fun. And then we had a
Does the
big.
carrot cake muffin have nuts in it, or is it nut free?
I don't know. I haven't bitten into it yet. So
Okay, text me later when you do.
I will text you later. He's allergic to nuts. So we can't put nuts anywhere near him.
No,
so
that's why I can't hang out with Bill Coffey all the time. I had to move
Because
all
he's
the
a
way
nut.
across the country.
I
He's
know.
nuts.
Oh my God.
I
Okay,
love him.
so Maria Barreto says it will be great cabaret show, and we are lucky to have you back in New York, November 5th. I agree. Rena Cunali Bergie, go ahead, keep eating. Yeah, that's the section of our show called Go Ahead, Keep Eating. All right, everybody, we're going to remind you Chris's show. Chris, tell everybody again when your show is and how they can get tickets.
Okay, so if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see a bunch of ads there with a QR code. All you have to do is go to one of my Facebook ads and take a picture of that QR code. That will take you directly to reservations at Don't Tell Mama, November 5th at 7 p.m.
Wow.
Thank you.
Just
Thank you.
amazing. Everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. I think that Chris has an incredible story, an incredible, yes, a career is a career, but you have an incredible story. And that's what I really enjoyed talking to you on the phone. And I'm so excited that our audience gets to hear it. Now I'm going to share the show on all the cabaret pages as well. So they'll get to
Wow.
hear you. Yes. Break a leg. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And you're just a lovely human being. So thank you for spending your time with us. And I know you're always flying around somewhere. So thanks for
Yes.
taking the time to be on
I
the
was supposed
show.
to come to New York yesterday.
And what happened?
I said I better not go because the show is next week, and if I get sick or something, I'm going to
Yep.
be sorry. So I
Yeah.
canceled the flight.
Yeah, that's okay. There's so much
Yeah.
going on now anyway. So you know what you're doing. Yeah.
Better
Thank
safe
you,
than
sweetheart.
sorry, right? You
Yep.
can't harm the goods.
Yeah, thank you
Absolute.
so much, the both of you, for doing such a great job tonight. I was
Well,
so
you're
happy to
welcome.
be here.
Yes, we're so happy to have you. Leo, outstanding. Tonight was,
Outstanding.
oh my God. All those pictures you found, incredible.
Well, I did, I had to find the pictures because I didn't have time to bake a cake. Because if I knew he was coming, I'd have baked a cake.
Oh, look
I
at
love
you.
that
How you
song.
doing? How you doing?
I love that song.
As Wendy Williams would say, how you doing?
How you doing?
I love it. All right, you two, I'm going to have to separate you. I knew this was going to happen. All right. Chris, thank you. Leo, thank you. And all our people that come in every Tuesday from 9 to 10 Eastern, we love and appreciate you. Go and see Chris. You're not going to regret it. It's going to be a beautiful show. Thank you,
Maria,
everybody.
is there any way that you can make the show, or you've got something going?
I work Wednesday nights at
Oh.
Duplex, but maybe I can sneak in and catch half of it before I go to work.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try. I really
Okay.
want to. I really want to be there.
She's
I
hosting
just
your
want
after
to hug
party.
you.
I know we will. We're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna have to make this happen, even if I just come in and watch a little bit of it, and then
I've
have
been going
to
to the
work.
Stonewall since I was 21 years old, and I think that I should meet you.
Yeah, I think
I
we
have
should.
a history there too.
That guy
Yeah.
in the uniform was going to the Stonewall at 21. And how many times did you get hit on, mister?
Lots of
Right?
times.
Oh
Lots
yeah.
of times.
He's
Oh, I
still a
bet.
hottie. He's still a hottie.
Look at him.
Unbelievable. I know. Honey, I love you. I'm going to see you. I'm going to do my best. Then I got to go work at the
Thank
duplex
you,
that
thank
night.
you, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Chris Autore, everyone. Give him a round of applause. Woohoo!
Yay.
Yay. Thanks, everyone. Good night. We'll see you next week.